My name is Shanayah Echum. I'm a youth council member at the Ontario Native Women's Association, the oldest and largest Indigenous women's organization in Canada. I am here representing the collective voices of over 40 Indigenous women's organizations and youth. In our teachings, Indigenous youth are sacred, as if from the Creator. Through our expression of self-determination, we are protecting our cultures, languages, and Mother Earth for the next 7 generations. Indigenous young women like myself are the future leaders of our families and communities. We want to shape our future, not to worry about it. We recommend the permanent forum to take the following actions. 1. Recognize and respect Indigenous youth as leaders and change makers. 2. Invest our future to sustainable, flexible, and multi-year financing. And 3. Ensure our voices inform and lead decision making. I will now go into further detail on each recommendation. Recognize and respect Indigenous youth as leaders and change makers in our communities. Indigenous youth know what is needed to heal our communities. We are afraid to assert our right to self-determination. We must empower to take up our leadership roles. This includes ensuring we have access to supports and services that support our leadership, like health, care, and education. We have collective responsibility to uplift Indigenous youth to develop life skills, health and wellness, and connection to culture, elders, and community so that we can become the future leaders for our community's needs. 2. Invest our future by calling upon United Nations entities and member states to ensure sustainable, flexible, and multi-year financing and adequate resources for Indigenous women and youth organization, programming, and projects. Youth Indigenous women are being mentored into Indigenous women's work, taking up our responsibilities to lead organizations that advocate and support Indigenous women and their families. We call to scale up funding for Indigenous women and youth-led systems and services. Under the NDRIP, we have the right to develop and design our programs and to administrate them into our institutions. Indigenous women's have right to health, to self-determination, and invest in Indigenous youth safety, security, and success today and for our grandchildren's grandchildren. This key is to financing with the Indigenous gender's perspective and enable us to strengthen our own institutions. 3. Demand United Nations entities and member states uphold Indigenous women, youth, girls' rights to full, equal, effective, meaningful, and safe participation and leadership at all levels.